Hi, this is Pastor Alex from India Christian Fellowship, San Diego. We are living in very desperate times. It is very trying and challenging. Things that looking so bleak all over the place in various ways. And things like this can easily lead us to desperation and thinking that what can I do? We are insignificant people, or I am insignificant. It doesn't matter what I do. So that kind of an attitude can easily creep into our mind and our thinking. But that's not true. We see that the Bible gives us many examples that ordinary people God has used to do extraordinary things. In book of Judges chapter 3 verse 31, we read about a man called Shamgar. And this is what the scripture says, that after Ehud came Shamgar son of Anath, who struck down 600 Philistines with an ox goad. He too saved Israel. He too saved Israel. We all know the social and spiritual condition of the time of Judges. That is one of the saddest story in the entire Bible. Somebody said like that, this is a book of failure. And in those days there was no king in Israel, but every man did what which was right in his own eyes. There was a lawlessness that was creeping. Everybody was doing what was right in their own eyes. God raised men and women even to rescue these people during this time, these ordinary people even. And there are 13 of the judges that we see. Some of them are very famous, like Samson, the famous one, Gideon, Deborah, and others. And others are just ordinary people. We don't have much information about them, and especially about this man called Shamgar. There's only one verse about this person. But God used this man to do extraordinary thing as an ordinary farmer. So God always keep a remnant for himself. In the midst of lawlessness, in the midst of chaos, in the midst of confusion, in the midst of everything that go through, God keep a remnant for himself. So the question we ask is to ourselves, am I part of that remnant? Are we part of that remnant? Are we doing what God is asking us to do? Or we are just doing what is just popular that everybody is doing? Remember, serving God may not be an easy thing in even normal circumstances. So, but remember that serving God is always the right thing to do. As William Penn said, right is right even if everyone is against it, and wrong is wrong when everybody is for it. So if we fail to stand what is right now, and we know that is true and correct, and that is the right thing, and if you don't stand for that now, there is no point of complaining when that is taken from us tomorrow. So many of these judges, again, not famous people, but they did what they can do. So what can we learn from this farmer who became a judge, and he at least took care of 600 Philistines, the enemies? What can we learn from that? There are many lessons. One lesson we can learn is this: start where you are. So just remember that God has placed you exactly where you are. You are living in this part of the world, and you are living in this time of history. God has a plan for that. Our duty is to grow where God has planned us, to keep doing what God asks us to do. Obey the Lord. And sometimes that may be a monotonous thing, but continue to do the same thing, that small thing that God has called us to do, and be faithful. And until God asks us to do something different, do what he asks us to do until that he moves us from some other place. So remember that to bloom where God has planted us. So start where you are. Use what you have. You may not have much, but use whatever God has given to you. Like that boy with his lunch, he was willing to share with Jesus. That blessed thousands. So use what you have, what God has given you in your hands. Use that slingshot like David used. And use whatever God has given to you. Little in the hands of a big God is always a load. It is not your ability, it is always our availability that matters to God and his service. The third thing what you can do is do what you can. So start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. This man was alone, but he did what he can. And most of us do not need more talent or more gifts or more abilities. We just need to be willing to do more with what has already given us. Do not wait for someday or somebody to do what is right. Do what you can right now. You don't have to accomplish great deeds to live an extraordinary life. Most of us will never be famous or rich or nor accomplish great things in the standard of God or the world. But remember, even though you may not accomplish things this world calls great, your life can be still extraordinary when you do what God has asked you to do. So keep living for Him. Continue to serve Him and do what God has asked you to do. And one day we will be able to live, when we live a consistent life with Him, we are able to hear from our blessed Master, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with those few things. That is what we are looking for to hear. That makes all work worthwhile, or effort significant, and all the things that do extraordinary and meaningful. One day we'll be able to hear from the Master. It is not again to be famous, but to be faithful is important. So your life matters. Your action is not in vain. You matter to God. Your action matter to God. Your life matter to God. So do what you can. Use what you have. Start where you are. May God continue to bless and guide and use us wherever God has placed us to live for His glory alone.